sexual addiction and sexual perpetration. If you have seen any news stories lately, you've probably heard a lot about these topics, and most of the information is just wrong. I've done a lot of work with people who fall into each of the categories of addiction and perpetration, and sometimes both. The reason I think it's incredibly important to make the distinction here is that there are some people who are using sexual addiction as an excuse for perpetration. They are minimizing and hiding behind the label of sex addict. I've heard things like, "Oh, he's a sex addict, what did you expect? He couldn't help it." Well, that's not only an excuse, but it's just not true. So let's define sexual addictions and sexual perpetration separately. A sex addict is someone who abuses, is obsessed with, or is consumed by sex. They may use it as a coping skill, and in many ways like a drug. They are controlled by it, and they need more and more of the high to get the same feeling. This doesn't make them perpetrators, or they may have broken any laws. In some cases, maybe they have, or maybe it escalates to that, but that's not the definition. So these are people who are abusing sex, not other people. That means that sex is usually consensual. They may use chat rooms, hookup sites, or pay for sex, but they are not looking for their next victim, more for their next fix. Now, sexual perpetration, on the other hand, means that someone is engaging in abusive, non-consensual, and illegal behavior. It is often more opportunistic and manipulative than it is compulsive, meaning they may not act for a long time and then take advantage of a situation or person as soon as they're able to. So where the sex addict is compulsively looking for partners and sexual encounters and more pornography, and that's a real driving compulsion, the perpetrator may not be engaging in anything for a while until they find the right victim or situation to take advantage of. This means that the perpetrator's behavior is often more planned and calculated. Now, of course, that's not always the case. There are impulsive perpetrators, but they tend to not get away with it for as long, so they're not the people that we're hearing about in the news. Perpetrators also have issues with power and also have other co-occurring issues or disorders. So just saying that someone who has 20 victims is a sex addict is not owning the abuse for what it is. I worked in a treatment center for a long time with teens with sexual issues, and having them own their crimes in a very accountable way was a big part of starting treatment. Both for the person who committed the crime and for the victim, the act needs to be discussed in a fully accountable way. If the perpetrator never owns what they did for what it was, which was abuse, then they can never really get help or make the real changes that they need to. Now, it really is possible to be both a sex addict and a perpetrator, right? But that's not always the case. The routes of treatment may also look different because the underlying causes for these, the other issues and the trauma often look very different for these categories. So we're not going to treat an addiction the same way we would treat abuse. So that again makes it really important to talk about these things in a very honest and accountable way. I have worked with people in both categories that are able to make changes. They really can get control back over their lives and their urges. It is possible. We as a society can help by calling these things what they are, holding people accountable, and getting everyone the help they need. If you fall into either of these categories, or if you know someone who does or maybe does, it's worth it to talk to someone and get some help. I didn't address the people who have been abused in this video, but if that is you, please also reach out to someone and get support. I know how hard it is to talk about some of these things, and that's another reason why here we work really hard to be safe and open and supportive. If you have any questions you want to ask us or things you want to discuss, please reach out.